Hello, hello, hello. Today has been, not just today, the last few days has been crazy. Crazy. But you know what? Shayla just said a mouthful. She did. Shayla said a mouthful, y'all. Whew. Mm, mm, mm. Amber has caught her husband cheating with her best friend. The best friend's mother has issued a warrant for an arrest for assault and battery. Um, Amber has been arrested for it. Now, Shayla has convinced herself that Amber was wrong. Shayla brought up a valid point. Shayla brought up a valid point, you guys. Saint Amber is my girl. She is my girl. I'm a firm believer that people learn from their mistakes. Um, God see our hearts. And regardless of how man view us, God, God sees our heart. And this is why, and also, I know what it is to be caught up, to be entangled. So, with all of that, a lot of times I see things differently. But we still cannot negate the facts. Now, I reacted to Shayla finding out that Amber was arrested. And I was really upset that Shayla had convinced herself that Amber was wrong. But what I didn't do was finish watching the skit. And I didn't finish watching because I got sidetracked. But y'all, Shayla said a mouthful.
A woman that slept with Wayne the night before her wedding. That part. So all this like pretending to be the perfect wife and so innocent. Yeah. Just ready for all this to be over with. But I mean, hey, we all.
Y'all, to this day, I still have not watched that. That cringed me to see Amber in bed with Wayne the night before her wedding. A lot of us argue that Amber wasn't married, but at the end of the day, this woman was engaged. This woman, like I said, the night before her damn wedding, Shayla harbored all of these feelings because of what Amber did. She harbored all of those feelings. A lot of times we seem to forget that Shayla told her she didn't deserve Anthony, that Anthony was too good for her because of what she was doing. And St. Amber thought, no, I'm going to say Amber because at that time that bitch was Amber. At that time she was Amber. Now she's St. Amber now, but then she was just Amber. And when Shayla said what she said, Amber felt like she was being judged. And she didn't want the truth. And a lot of times, we don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth sometimes. So what happened? Well, while Amber was having her fun with Wayne, Shayla was conjuring up how she was going to get Anthony because Anthony deserved better. When the truth came out about Wayne and Amber, people was looking down on Wayne because Wayne was still doing business with Anthony. But as I've said before and I say now, Anthony and Wayne were not that cool. They were business partners. And at the end of the day, we live in a dog eat dog world. Some of y'all may not have been exposed to that type of living, but at the end of the day, we live in a dog eat dog world. And you can't trust nobody. And that was the situation with Wayne and Anthony. Wayne was taking his fiance to Pound Town. But ultimately, Wayne began to have a change of heart the more he was around Anthony. He was like, man, I can't even go over to this guy's house and do business. Just come to my place. Wayne did get to that point. And now that all of this is coming out, just even before it came out, people were saying, how can Shayla still be around Amber knowing that all of this is going on? Well, same scenario. How could Wayne be around Anthony knowing this was going on? Well, Wayne wasn't that close to Anthony. Shayla was Amber's best friend. And I'll be honest, man, I just couldn't see myself being that close to Amber and stabbing her in the back like that. Like when it comes to that dog eat world thing, it's like you don't do it to somebody you're close to, you know. But it happens, and in this situation, it happened. And as we fast forward, Saint Amber attempts to be the perfect wife. She attempted to be the perfect wife. But at the end of the day, it's St. Amber's fault. Damn, that was hard to say. It was St. Amber's fault that all this happened. She can only fault herself. She can only fault herself, guys. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. St. Amber tolerate or tolerates a lot from Anthony because of what she did. She knows God has forgiven her, but she hasn't forgiven herself, and she feels as though she has to tolerate these things. Yeah. She feels as though she has to tolerate these things because of what she did. And that is why when Brittany came over and asked her about divorcing Anthony, she said, I want my family. I don't want to lose my family. Something to that effect. It was all fun and games when she was sneaking around. It was all fun and games when Amber was sneaking around. But now, it ain't no fun and games. That woman did attempt to make things right. And at the end of the day, regardless of what she did, at the end of the day, regardless of what she did, God has forgiven her. God knows her heart. He knows her sincerity and everything within it. Uh, but it doesn't change the facts. Mm-mm. It doesn't change the facts. Would all of this have happened if Amber would not have cheated with Wayne? We don't know. But I do know this. If it would have happened, it wouldn't have been because of Amber. If she had not cheated, Shayla says she wants to portray being this perfect wife. Yet, she was sleeping around with Wayne and she slept with him the morning of the wedding. A lot of people do that, y'all. A lot of people don't want to accept that. A lot of people do that. The woman has her bachelorette party, the man has his bachelor party, and they do the last thing that they're supposed to do before they get married. Is it right? No, but it happens. And I think this is one of those things. Man, when you think about some of the things or the stuff that Amber and Wayne did, that was some foul ish. It was foul. It was foul, man. Wayne working with Anthony every day, seeing this man every day, knowing he done took this woman to Pound Town. Mm, mm, mm. Then when it reversed, Shayla was over there to Amber's place, hanging around with her, knowing Anthony had just took her to Pound Town. I have to eat my words and say I was wrong. This is Amber's karma, or Saint Amber's karma. And I didn't want it to be Saint Amber's karma because she wasn't married at the time. But all of this stemmed or generates from what she did. Even Anthony has mentioned what she did. So that lets me know that in the back of his mind, he's still angry about that. Anthony wouldn't have married her had he known this happened. And I dare to say Amber would have married him had she known this, or if this would have happened before they got married between him and Shayla. This is kind of like a boomerang effect. It's the same thing. The only thing is, Shayla was Amber's best friend. Wayne and Anthony were not best buds. And that's how we have to see it. We have to see it for what it was. Yeah. Uh, Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, we have to see it for what it was. Everybody did the same thing. Wayne did it to Anthony, and Shayla did it to Amber. Now, when you start to look at the vows part of it, that's a covenant between God, and Amber didn't break that covenant. Amber didn't procreate, and she got it right. At the end of the day, she got it right. And that's all that matters. How will Shayla receive her karma? How? You guys let me know. What do you think will happen with Shayla? How will Shayla receive this karma? Now we know Sonny has slept with Mike, but Shayla and Sonny are not like BFFs. You know, they don't really just know each other like that. So she's probably gonna feel a certain way whenever she finds out. But that's not enough. That's just not enough. Whew, this has been something else this weekend. Oh my gosh, I have been in my feelings. Hey, Miss Mom G3. Um, okay. Whew, girl, I'm just so in my feelings today. In my feelings today. But Miss Mom G3 says Amber would have never married Anthony if Wayne was serious about marrying her. For Anthony to mess with Shayla, he was never over Amber and Wayne. And Miss Mom G3, I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but I haven't been too long said that and Anthony mentioned it and Shayla has mentioned it. Shayla has harbored her feelings about what Amber was doing with Wayne the entire time. She expressed that today when she found out that Amber was arrested. So you are 100%, 1000% right. He never got over it. And you really don't ever get over it. You know that saying, I might forgive, but I never forget. So I think that's probably the situation. He has forgiven her, maybe, but you just never forget. You never forget. You try to move on, but you can never forget it. Years can pass, but that person can do one thing that's questionable, and it'll take you back to whatever the situation was. When that trust is broken, That's why a lot of times people say you might as well leave the relationship when the trust is broken, because it doesn't take much to go back to whatever broke that trust. So yeah, Miss Mom G3, he never got over that. Highly favored, how are you today? Hello. Ronald Bugs. Amber was being faithful, but reminder in the beginning, Mama Brenda said she felt some type of way about Shayla. Yeah, a lot of people told her that, Ronald. A lot of people told Amber that they felt a way about Shayla. Victoria Braxton, what a way to go out the 2024 year. Yes, I got a little nervous, Victoria. I was thinking that we were going to bring this crap over to 2025. I got nervous, but this is a great way to go out of the year with. They went out with a bang with this one. I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, but Anthony was messing with Shayla before he found out about Wayne. Yeah, you right. You right. Because he did start to like um to make himself feel good. He did start to kind of like throw that back in her face. But all of this generated from what she was doing. Again, I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but I said, or I was reminding you guys that Shayla told Amber that Anthony was too good for her when she was thinking everything was so funny and cute. You know, she was like, I'm just getting out my last little whatever, whatever. When she was going through that phase, Shayla was letting her know he's too good for you. You don't even deserve him. So, yeah, you are right. He was messing around, but Amber set the stage for this. Anthony didn't forgive her. Yes, Victoria. Miss Mom G3 is responding to Ronald, and she said Brenda never felt it for Anthony. Remember, she didn't go to the engagement party or the wedding. Um, Carolyn Matthews, sending Amber to jail is the kicker, baby. None of them are going to like that. No, no. I'm telling you, Carolyn, the the village that Amber has, man, they're gonna be there for her. And it's not gonna be good once everybody finds out. Especially like you said, with her going to jail. Mm. Shayla told Anthony about Wayne when Anthony told her he wasn't leaving Amber. That was her hell. Yeah, that was a real Hail Mary too. Mary Byers, you're right. When the trust is broken, it can never be fixed. That's why I hope Amber does not take Anthony back, because she's never going to forget this. No, because you don't forget it, Mary. You don't forget it. You may forgive, you may, go on and push through it, but you don't forget it. You do not forget it. Yeah, Isaiah Lax. He said, I did watch the first video. Anthony and Shayla was sleeping on Arby's couch. Yeah, he was going back and forth over there after he got that wet. After he got that wet, he kept going back over there. Holly Favor says she spent way too much time at her home for them to be newlyweds. Yeah, I think so too. Antoinette Burkhead, why would Anthony marry Amber if he knew she wasn't the one for him? Why was she not the one for him, Antoinette? Some people, have said that, or I've seen in comments where people were saying that they only married each other because they were both hurting. They were like rebounds. I don't know. Anthony wears his heart on his sleeve, regardless of what Coco says. Anthony wears his heart on his sleeve. And I think he was really looking for somebody to help him with his legacy, with a child, with a son who would carry that name, that Dalton's name. I think that's what Anthony was really looking for. He's just one of those guys, and that's why, if you remember, Wayne told her, "Don't think about ending this engagement." Anthony is the type of man who wants to wake up with the same woman every day. These are the words from Wayne. He told her this when she was looking like she might change her mind. He was like, "Don't do that. Don't do that." So Anthony is that guy. He is that guy that wears his heart on his sleeve. He wants love. He wants somebody to build that legacy with. And I think that's why he just goes all in. Although it was the wrong way for everybody, what everybody did was wrong. Although all of it was wrong, it was nothing but just a boomerang. Everybody just circled back around. She did what she did. Wayne was in Anthony's face. Shayla did what she did. Shayla continued to be in her face. It was just a boomerang effect. Everybody did the same thing. You, the only reason why he said that is because Amber told his punk ass the horn of Babylon was pregnant. Maybe, I don't know. Um, I disagree. I disagree. Amber loves Anthony. Now, I didn't say, Angela, that she don't love him. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. Victoria says, "Low down Anthony is a super coward." Angela says that Shayla's mom is all about Anthony's money. Hey, Gemini love girl, how are you? I don't know how long you've been in here, but I was in here just thinking back. I didn't finish watching the skit where Shayla found out that Amber had went to jail. When I went back and I watched it or finished watching it, I heard Shayla say that Amber was trying to portray to be this perfect wife, and she brought up what happened with Wayne and Amber, and it just made me just reflect and think about all the times Amber thought it was cool what she was doing and getting those soul ties with Wayne, and she didn't want to hear whenever Shayla was trying to hold her accountable for what she was doing. It just kind of just made me think about all of that and just basically how all of this is just a boomerang effect from really what Amber did. Florence says Shayla would have been after Anthony even if she had not cheated with Wayne. She is a 304 regardless of the situation. And again, Florence, I don't know how long you've been in here, but that's what I was saying earlier. Would this have happened had Amber not did what she did? We don't know because we didn't get to see that. But what we do know is it happened and it's all stemming from what Amber did. So, but we don't know. But yeah, Shayla is a 304, so she might have been envious. I don't know. She might have been envious and maybe tried something, but we'll never know. I believe Amber messes with Wayne because Anthony wasn't man enough for her. He wasn't cool. It's cool enough. It's that swag, Victoria. Some men, and just like with women, some men see something different in women, certain women. And like we as women, we kind of tend to veer toward that swag that the man has. He makes you laugh. He just, it's just that thing about him. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that Anthony wasn't man enough. It's just Anthony and so many other, whether you want to say this or not, good men are only seen as good men once we've, been around the block with the Waynes, the people like Wayne, the guys like Wayne. Once we've hit that wall, that phase in our life where we've done all the fun stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that's his life. But can we really say that a man is not a man or man enough? No. It's just that we just haven't reached that level of maturity until we hit that wall, that certain age, had those bad experiences, been dogged out basically, that we want to go to the men like Anthony. Ronald says, why is Shayla's mom involved? Her two daughters are grown. Shayla's mom is deceitful, trifling. And if I was Shayla's dad, I'd put Shayla and her mom in place to dispose everything about them. Well, honey, it seems like she controls all of that. Because every time that man tries to say something, she gets some straightening. So I don't know. Miss Mom G3, the karma for Shayla and her chicken head man. Miss Mom G3, you own it, girl. Is when when Amber takes Anthony to the cleaners, Brittany and Kay will see to that a man is only worth half or less after the wife is through. You're right about that. And this time, hey, it's not like the woman has just, decided to get fed up and say, oh, I don't want to be in this marriage no more. You know how a lot of women, how we see in the media, women just get, I'm just tired. I want to be liberated. I want to be free. And they just take the man to the cleaners and take all his money. This ain't that situation. So that is why Amber is going to end up the victor, because that's not the situation. And anytime something kind of like drastic happens to you and you haven't done anything, you're always going to come out as the victor. Well, I can't say always, usually come out as the victor. I know during COVID, I know these are two different separate entities or situations, but I know during COVID, I lost my job, but I knew I was doing what I was supposed to do financially, with my money, tithes and things like that. I knew that I put all the effort in that I could at my job. So I didn't have a reason to doubt that God had me, that God would take care of me, because I did all that I could do. And that's what happened. During that time, I didn't work for months. I didn't miss a beat, didn't skip nothing, because God took care of me. And in this situation, St. Amber has done what she felt was the right thing to do. And she can't help but come out as a victor in this situation. So, yes, with all of those people that you name, Miss Mom G3, she's going to come out on top. Yeah, Brenda. Yeah, Brenda says she was reminding me that Anthony didn't know about Wayne and Amber. But again, I'm saying, Miss Brenda, that this stemmed from what Amber did, because Shayla was basically trying to chastise her, correct her, hold her accountable for what she was doing, but she thought this junk was funny. So Shayla was like, hey, if that's the case, you don't deserve him. I get him. It's just a part of being in a dog eat dog world. And you're right, Pamela Goodman. All of this was before she became Mrs. Dalton, but again, she is the one who planted this seed, Amber. Shayla is foul. Hey, yes, Gemini, she is. Hey, Marquez Parks. I saw you in some of the comments on Country Wayne skits. I saw you talking crap. Marquez says Amber is gonna win in the end. Anthony, Princess Fiona, Miss Woody Woodpecker are gonna lose in the end and have nothing. Free Amber. Yes. You know what? I don't know if that's a hashtag, but I know I started a hashtag justice for Amber. But yeah, free Amber. It's so unfortunate Amber is going to be locked up for a couple of days. I reacted to that and I was saying that no, Amber is not like a criminal. She doesn't have felonies and all that. So she's not gonna get the same treatment that Crystal and those got, by being locked up for a long time. She is Mrs. Dalton, for one, and she has all of that behind her. So we don't have to worry about her being locked up for a long time, but she does have to stay in there overnight until Monday because nobody gets out on the weekend. Yep. I think that was. I saw somebody. Oh, Adrian Miller says that Amber did what she did, but not after marriage. Yeah, but again, she planted that seed. She was the one planted the seed of where all of this stemmed from. I wonder, are they going to do skits of Amber in jail with those women? I don't know, sweet Rita. So far, we haven't seen anything. I don't think. Let me see. I haven't seen anything coming out. Let me see. So far, Hulk has found Mike's number Mike's number in his girl's phone, and Mike has told Sonny that he took Hulk's girl to Pound Town. So they haven't shown Amber in jail. So I don't know, Sweet Rita, if they're gonna do that, but I'm sure they will. If Anthony did not forgive Amber, she should have just left. Why? Uh, he should have just left her. Why do all this and continue to blame Amber for cheating? I mean, that's just what it is. It's just what it is. I mean, he wanted to stay in his marriage, but it was always in the back of his head. And what did I say earlier, guys? You will forgive a person, but you never forget. So, but did Amber cheat after she got married? And I know, Stephen, I know, but she planted this seed. So, but no, she didn't. And that's what I said in the beginning of this. God knows the heart. This woman did revamp and she tried to be the best wife. And I think in another video, I called her a Proverbs 31 wife. She tried to be that Proverbs 31 wife, but it doesn't negate what happened in the beginning. Although God forgives, God has washed her sins away and separated them as far as the east is from the west. And it's for her, and he doesn't think about it no more. It's for her not to think about it no more. But there's still a ramification for your actions, for your sins. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Anthony wasn't looking at Shayla that way until she forced herself onto him. You're right, Rizzy Mac, but it happened. And a baby came out of this. So yeah, he wasn't, but now, they're in this situation now. His mom G3, Shayla would have been running Anthony down regardless. It's in her DNA. Look at her, mammy. You have been on them, Miss Mom G3. Miss Mom G3 said, I don't give a crap what you say. She was gonna be on him. Yes, Angela, the dad is too much of a wimp. I be like, this bitch scare me whenever she start to point at him. Like every time he tries to stand his ground, you listen to me. I'm like, God damn, who wearing the pants in this mofo? Like it seems like the mama. Yes. He is a straight wimp, Angela. Cause honey, the men I know, you ain't finna do that. No, you are not gonna do that. Well, if you do, you're gonna be a thing of the past. Yeah. The review hour with E Podcast. Hello. If I remember correctly, Amber pushed for marriage more so than Anthony. He really didn't want it. So you thinking that he only married her because she was pushing for marriage? I don't know. Aunt Cookie, hey Aunt Cookie. Aunt Cookie will say, finally. Gemini Love says, I'm glad Kay got a new hairstyle. I didn't really see it, but I heard her in the background saying, I'm gonna call Mama Brenda. I'm like, God damn, Mama Brenda ain't the one to be calling right now. We need to be calling folks that's gonna get some Amber out of jail. We, I mean, we don't need no motivation. We need somebody out of jail. But that's the only time I really saw her. I didn't really pay attention to her hair, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to her hair, Gemini Love. Carolyn Matthews says that Mama seen them dollar sign. But that's the thing, though, Carolyn. They're supposed to have money too. So I don't get it. Hey, Dora. Dora says, good afternoon, everyone. mm, hold on. Wait a minute here. Dora. Let me check messages. What was that? Standing moderators. All right, there you go, Dora. Thank you. You're always here. Victoria, yes, Amber will win with God Almighty and will support with support from her family and Wayne and them. Yes, yes. And why I say, honey, I don't care what a person does. I don't care how people view you for what you've done. God knows your heart. And this woman was going and walking the straight and narrow, regardless of what she did. And he's going to have her. Mm-hmm. Oh, Gemini Love says 200. Let me see. Gemini says 206 people watching, only 46 thumbs up. Please hit the like button. Thank you. Gemini, y'all know I be getting into it and forget to check. Thank you, Gemini. Anthony stood up at Rose's wedding. Malachi left Rose. Yeah. And all of this was before all of that happened. Mm-hmm. And Amber was still holding on to her marriage. And that's why earlier I was saying I never said that she didn't love this man, because even when he didn't have no money, when he was going broke, well, he had assets, he just didn't have like money. She didn't care. Even with this wedding, she didn't care. But you know why? Because her guilt from what she did. That's what it was. It was the guilt that she harbored, and that she continues to harbor. Because even when Brittany asked her, "Are you going to divorce him?" she says, "I want my family." And it's still that guilt, I believe, that she's harboring for what she did. What Shayla done was out of pocket. She had a good dude in Arby who loved her and would do anything for her. Yeah, but Arby didn't give her what she wanted as far as that feeling and what we was talking about earlier. It's just something about another guy sometimes that they just make you feel a certain type of way, and it doesn't matter if you got a good dude, you still do some effed up crap, basically. Anthony is a coward. He didn't go home to face the consequences of his action. Ozzy Davis says that. Ozzy, would you go home if somebody tried to run over you? I ain't going home either. But also, remember he didn't go home when he was at Rose's house after he messed up her wedding or stopped her wedding. Like Anthony ain't going home. Anthony be like, hell no. In this situation, I'm not gonna call him a coward. All those other situations, yeah, but hell, I wouldn't go home either. Somebody tried to run over me. and I just got caught. And that's Amber from Detroit. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not going home. Hey, they need to call that bell service that Crystal used. Hey, you know what? I actually use that bell service. It's a good bail bonding service. Cookie said, call Country Wayne for bail money. I do know that they need to go to that place that Crystal went to because, honey, them people good. They'll get you out. Amber needed to have reported Anthony missing and his car stolen, but she was too traumatized to think. Yeah, Angela. It was so much that people were saying Amber should do. She should do this. Think about this. Don't forget that. Man, it's too much shit going on to be thinking about all of that. And you're right. She was too traumatized to be thinking about any of reporting the car missing and stolen. Yeah. Um, Angela says Mama has money, but she is greedy. Um, yeah, yeah. Amber is gonna win. Cookie says Brenda Mathis. Better call Wayne for getting Amber out of jail. He will be there. Brenda, that I'm telling you, that village that she has, Amber don't have shit to worry about. Excuse my language. I can't cut it out in a live. But she don't have nothing to worry about. Nothing. She might be locked up right now. She might be going through right now, but Amber don't have nothing to worry about. She has got a good team on her side. Hell yeah, he knew that. Jim and I love that Anthony knew not to take his ass home. Hell yeah. Hmm. Yep, she did. Angela says that Amber did say that divorce is out of the question. And that's the thing, though. It's like we know, or I can't say we know like everybody knows, but relationships are hard, marriages are hard. So it's easy to say, divorce is not an option when, you may just be having disagreements. You may just be arguing, little simple stuff like that. But when you got these type of situations, is that still a factor? Is marriage or divorce not an option? We can say that again if you're arguing and just having disagreement. But when people start procreating, lies, cheating, all of this stuff, is divorce still not an option? I don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Cookie is on it. Cookie, I know you responded to Ozzy, but she said he sure didn't. His old punk ass Mr. Dalton. Toby Warner, Shayla don't have a job or nothing going for herself, so she better start looking for a job. She's about to be in the gutter. She might as well start packing and move in with her parents. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's gonna get bad, but I've told y'all from the beginning, I do not think Saint Amber is gonna leave him. I don't think she's gonna leave him. She's gonna separate. She's going to forgive because you have to forgive as a believer, but she's not gonna divorce him. Yes, I know Aunt Cookie. She has been faithful. Cookie says she's not gonna get what she thinks she wanted from AD. Honey, honey, Cookie, that grass is never greener on the other side. And that's the thing, like maybe Shayla's just looking at the money, but Shayla has been there. Shayla knows that Anthony stood up at the wedding. Shayla knows that Anthony uh kept his finances a secret from Amber. She's been there for the shady stuff that Anthony has done. Yet she feels like she's gonna get something from him. She ain't gonna get it. Like, it's some things that a man will do for a certain woman that he won't do for another one. I know that firsthand because it was a young lady that I was kind of friends with, and when her and her friends start end up breaking up, he tried to holler at me. I got nearly what he did for her. So I don't know why she feels like she's gonna, get whatever, but you are right. She is not gonna get what she thinks. Hey, Gwen. Gwen says, hello, everyone. My name is Gwen. Hey, girl. Miss Mom G3 girl, stop. So after Toby said that Shayla don't have a job or nothing, Miss Mom G3 says, did Shayla work for 3 days while she was pregnant? Yeah, that was short lived. That job was straight up short lived, Miss Mom G3. All right, let's see. Michael Brown, Anthony needs to fly lawyer or Natasha for Brittany. Uh, I'm sorry to say this, Michael Brown, but for what Anthony has done, the judges are going to definitely be on Amber's side. So he can get whatever he wants, but it's all about the judge. It ain't about Brittany. They're in Atlanta, and them judges don't play when that woman is a good wife. And you go do some effed up stuff like what Anthony did. They would take you to the cleaners. And they gonna evict Shayla. Amber got her own house. She need to move in her house, and I know I will. I think she's been over there, Toby. Whenever Brittany went to comfort her and talk to her, she was at her place, so she's already over there. It's left up to the innocent spouse to decide whether to stay in the marriage or not. Yeah, Dora. Yeah. And again, Amber wasn't too sure about losing her family because she said it whenever Brittany asked her if she was going to divorce him. Aunt Cookie, listen, we finally got what we wanted now. We finally got what we wanted. So, hey, we already know the process. So, Aunt Cookie says, I can take 6 months of skits as long as AD and Shayla out on the street. Well, we gonna get it. We already know the process. We know how it works. Gemini Love says, what happened to that job that Shayla had? Do y'all remember when she was in? Yeah, 3 days. Miss Bob G3 said 3 days. Hey Tracy, how are you today? Let me see. Oh, child support is the best that Shayla will get. Jacqueline says Shayla thinks that she has Anthony now. Jacqueline, sorry. He ain't even called this damn woman. Like, he ain't even called. His Porsche is at his house. He ain't called. He ain't said nothing. Nothing. All right. Yep. I don't see any new videos. Ja- um, and yeah, you're right. It's cheaper to keep her. It is cheaper to keep her. Y'all crazy. No, Angela. Angela says Anthony has not done half the stuff for Shayla that he does for Amber, and that's what's killing her. Yeah, because the side chick don't get it. You know what? I'm telling you, I didn't tell y'all before. I was a side chick for a long time because I ain't want the problems of like my own. So I would do OPP. But yeah, I don't care how much they buy you things, take you places, do whatever. You would never ever get what the wife gets. You won't. You won't. So yeah, Angela, you're right. Anthony has not done half the stuff for Shayla that he does for Amber, and that's what's killing her because she was like, you bought her a house, you did this, you did that. Like every time she would find something out, it was like, what? I didn't get that. I didn't get that. Yeah. I'm Jacqueline. Never tell anyone, or any woman about how good your man is. Amber told Shayla too much of her personal business. She did that. She did that, and I mean, even being just like that, being your BFF, I just wouldn't have done that. I would not have been telling her all of my business like that. Mm-mm. A, Adrian Miller says Amber is definitely going to divorce him when she finds out that he's fathered her child. Too much damage has been done to overcome. Well, Adrian, a lot of people feel like the baby doesn't belong to Anthony, and St. Amber is going to demand a paternity test. Now, I do know people who have stayed in their marriages after somebody procreated too. So, and I'm telling y'all, I think St. Amber is one of those women who will stay. Victoria says, I hope Amber is pregnant so Shayla can be in the crazy house where she belongs. I think she is pregnant. Gloria Pendergrass, I disagree that Amber planted the seed. Shayla planted that seed when she told Anthony about Amber because she wanted Anthony's second hand, and that's the truth. I mean, we all have our opinions, Gloria, but at the end of the day, Shayla started feeling that way about Amber after Amber did what she did. Shayla got to where she wanted to destroy what Amber had after Amber did what she did. And again, we won't never know if this would have ever happened because we didn't get the chance to see if it would have ever happened because it happened. But at the end of the day, we cannot forget that Shayla is harboring or has been harboring the anger that she had for Amber for what she did to Anthony with Wayne because she said it today. She is the one slept with Wayne the day of her wedding and pretending to be a perfect wife. So that lets us know that she's been harboring that for a minute. Anthony is finished. Child support too. Yeah. Because he's going to be paying child support, alimony, every damn thing. Amber's going to be pregnant. And this is why another reason. And I got to find my video because I called this. She's not going to divorce him because, too, she's pregnant. She's going to be pregnant. Mm. Crystal says Amber won't get much because his assets are in his business name, but that don't mean that they can't do anything with the businesses. I don't know how it works, but sh- she ain't gonna leave this empty-handed. I promise you that. His home is in the business name, and I don't know if he could be, made to sell the business. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is judges in Georgia can't stand when a man does what Anthony did. Yep, David is a full legal child, highly favored. Yeah, so that's child support right there too. And he has to ensure that Amber sustains the same lifestyle that she had with him. So, mm, mm, mm. This is, man, I'm telling y'all, this has been so hard on me this weekend. Oh my God. We wanted it. I wanted to know how Amber would respond and react to this situation, but I'm all in my feelings about this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Hobby the CEO. Hobby the CEO says these skits got me all upset. Yes. I have been in my feelings, y'all. Wow. Kiki said, we're not staying with him. We are out. Brenda Mathis, Amber's house is leased by others, but she's still at her and Anthony's house because he told, yeah, when the police went and got her, she was at Anthony's house. But I thought sure she was at her home whenever Brittany went over there. But yeah, she is at Anthony's house. Yep, you're right. Yep. Angela says Anthony don't normally say no to Amber. He always gives her what she asks for. Yeah, even when he does say no, he goes back and give it to her. Okay, Cookie. I'm not really sure, but I remember the day after Christmas that. So yeah, that had to be Christmas. So Cookie says, and he went with her on Christmas. And I kept wondering, did he go with Shayla on Christmas? I thought I caught up with everything, but I don't think they like shared Christmas, in gifts and all. I don't think he lavished her in gifts or anything like that. It's just the day after Christmas, it was found out about. We really didn't see like a Christmas celebration between nobody. But you're right, because we found out the day after Christmas. So yeah, yeah, he had to be spending Christmas with her. Ira Cook says, "Run, Amber." Yeah, Angela says, I think Amber is going to stay for David's sake, but it's not going to be the same. Yeah, David's sake because she wants her family and because she's going to be pregnant. Shiggity, hey, Shiggity. I would divorce, but I don't tell people what to do in their marriage, whether real or just a skit. You better start with that just a skit, Shiggity. Doris says, I agree with Jacqueline about keeping people out of your marriage or your relationships. Yeah. Like, I can see, you having a conversation when you just like live it and you might say, you know what, he just got on my nerve today. But to tell every single thing, come on. No, no. Mm-mm. Gwen says Anthony is broke now. Hmm. Tracy Hodge, this is absolutely sad. That's why I never had a lot of girlfriends. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, even if I did, I just don't think I would get to that. I'm a very private person. So I just don't think that I would get to that point to where I'm telling everybody, hey, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. Because, man, people, like I said, it's a dog eat dog world. And when you've been out there in them streets and don't nobody care about you, it's like you got to fend for yourself. I don't think you would have people like that don't have that type of mindset, and I just don't have that type of mindset because I've been out there, and honey, I know you will get crossed before you know it from the people you think are for you. So yeah, I wouldn't be. I definitely wouldn't be telling. Mm-mm. And I definitely wouldn't have a lot of girlfriends. Mm-hmm. Brenda says, I know people that stayed in their marriage after cheating happened. Yeah, I mean, Brenda, I know people who stayed in their marriage after babies were procreated. Yeah. One of my guy friends told me that all his life he grew up thinking his siblings were his cousins. Mm-hmm. And them was his siblings. And his mama was still with that guy. I might have a family member that's with their husband after he procreated on her. She'll keep the baby and all. Couldn't be me. Gemini love. I mean, it take a lot. I mean, you got to be some type of woman to take care of the baby and all. Now, sometimes you got to look at the situation. And I don't know the situation with that, but when I was in a situation like that, we were on a break. Now, granted, dude shouldn't have been going in shooting up the club raw and stuff. I know he might have had needs, might have wanted to do what he wanted to do, but don't go out there being raw with it. So we were on a break when it happened, and I know another woman who was on a break when that happened. She's married to the guy now too, but so it's kind of like different situations. When you're on a break, you kind of over time, accept the child. But honey, if we went on no damn break, I don't know. I don't know if that could be me either, Gemini love. I don't know. Cookie said that wasn't none of Shayla's business. She wasn't her friend from the beginning. Now, Aunt Cookie, I don't know how long you've been in my chat, but in the beginning, I said we have to think about the situation with Wayne. This is just like a boomerang effect. Wayne was in Anthony's face when he was sleeping with Shayla. Shayla was in Amber's face while she was sleeping with Anthony. The thing that separates that or differentiates that is the fact that Wayne and Anthony were not best buds. But Wayne did get to the point to where he was feeling kind of guilty. And he was like, man, I can't go over there. Let's just have the meeting at my house, your house, row. Do y'all remember that? But at the end of the day, it's all the same. And they both did the same thing. Shayla and Wayne did the same thing. Mm. MW Norton says they only been married a year. All of Amber's assets are tied into his Anthony's assets are tied into his business. Amber will only get child support. He will bring up that she cheated first too. Ooh, but she didn't procreate. She didn't procreate. And I'm telling you, don't no man. I'm telling you, ain't no man with the Georgia court system gonna just get off scot free. I'm telling you. The only reason I know that is because I follow the lead attorney, and he's a divorce attorney, and he talks about that. That's why I know that. All right, I have missed some of y'all's comments. I, I can't wait to go back to the review hour with E Podcast. I can't wait to get back to yours. I saw a good one. Oh, y'all got so much good stuff you're saying. All right, I think I'm back at it. Jillian says Shayla is messy. She need to come again as someone else in this movie. Gwen, I am new in the chat. Gwen, thank you for being here. Victoria, I don't believe that baby is his. I believe that funky low down man. Man, looking mama did something to the test. Well, we're gonna find out because Amber is definitely gonna require or demand another DNA test. Shayla is hating on Amber only because of Anthony. She wants his money. Right, right. Amber has been sleeping a lot and looking tired. Believe I do believe she's pregnant. Yeah, Gemini. Yeah, she put a keeper. It's not his. It's not his choice. It's hers if she leaves or stays. Yeah, Charlotte, but she's not gonna make. I don't think she's gonna make that choice. Ozzy Davis, I think y'all wrong. Ozzy said, "Look, y'all wrong." Shayla snitched to Anthony because he was calling it off with her. She only said that stuff today just to justify putting her in jail. Shayla is a fake and a phony, and she may have done all of that. But was she wrong, Ozzy? Was she wrong? Again, do you remember when Shayla was trying to hold Amber accountable and Amber didn't want to hear it? Do you remember? So yeah, maybe she was trying to justify it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Amber slept with Wayne before they got married. The day of. I still ain't watched that video. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. That was so even for me, that was disgusting. I was like, oh hell no. I still have not watched that today. So regardless, it was all true what she said. Aunt Cookie, he done committed adultery. He's gonna pay. And Aunt Cookie, that goes back to what I was saying earlier. When you know you've done your best, you don't have to worry about any ramification. Anthony did what he did, and he will pay. I don't know what all that is. It ain't been before they met. She won't get any of that. So D Must says that whatever Anthony had before they met, she won't get any of that. Now you right, you are right about that. You are right about that. But I still think Amber's gonna come out on top. I think she's gonna win. Cause I know a guy that was divorced here in I'm in North Carolina now, but in Georgia. And honey, when they got through with him, he asked the judge. He said, "How I'm supposed to live?" He said, "You should have thought about that before you did what you did." So T Money, Shayla also told Anthony about Wayne because Amp kept saying how perfect Amber was to him. Brenda Davis, they both might be pregnant because him and Shady. Yeah. Oh man, they can't bring no damn more babies in here, Brenda. I can't take if both of them pregnant. Now we already got 2 kids. We're gonna have four. We're gonna have 4 kids. Come on. Brenda says they both might be pregnant because him and Shady Snake been getting it in. And y'all know he's shooting up the club because don't nobody on them damn skits use protection. It don't seem like it anyway. One way or the other, Anthony gonna pay, yes. Ira Cooks, this is a winner in Hollywood. Monique Frey Jackson. I read that in Atlanta, you can be charged for having an affair. Have you guys heard of this? Uh-uh. You guys, Monique says that she read that you can be charged for having an affair. Have any of y'all heard of this? I haven't. I haven't. Uh Miss Mom G3 says you think Shayla she will stay with Anthony because she's pregnant. Yeah. I mean Miss Mom G3, go back to the video. Go back to the video whenever Brittany went over there. She clearly was indicating there that she didn't want to divorce him because she said, I don't want to lose my family. Hold on, girl. Like she's still saying that like now. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let me see. Y'all know they upload 1,000 videos a damn day.
I know. Come on, my chest, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I know. Listen, I promise you, Amber, God got you. It might not feel like it right now, but I promise you, God has you. And while you're feeling like you're hurt, you will not be the one hurting in the end. I promise you that. She was my best friend. How can she do this to me? No, baby. I'm your best friend. Shayla was never your friend, and I told you that from the day that I met her. She's not your friend because a friend would not mess with your man. A friend would not be behind your back up in your house doing what she did. She's not your friend, so you can remove that from your vocabulary. Okay? It's gonna be okay. Okay. You're gonna get through this, Amber. Okay. You're about to take Anthony for everything he's got. You are about to eat, and he won't be left a crumb. You hear me? Okay. You're gonna be okay. I don't want to lose my family, though. Oh, Amber. I know. Okay. Amber. I know this. I know. I know this feels like bad timing, but you're divorcing him, right? What? You're divorcing him, correct? You have to divorce this man. You cannot stay with him. You do not go back to him. You can't do this. You can't do this. Brittany, he does not deserve you. Oh, what are y'all talking about? That's the only thought that matters right now, Amber. You've got to. You've got to. We're going to take him for every single thing he has. Every cent. Every penny.
I mean, y'all, that woman don't want to lose her family. She don't want to lose her family. So y'all can say what you want to say, but I don't know. I don't know. So let me see if anybody has heard that Monique Frey Jackson. Let me see if anybody heard that. Mm. So I don't know. I don't. I'm in NC, and the wife can sue the Okay, Yolanda says she's in North Carolina, where I am too, and the wife can sue the mistress. So yeah, I'm not really sure about that, but Hunte, if that's true, he might be in some trouble. He might be in some trouble. Elmer will get everything. You can't stop two people from doing what they do flat out. Shayla was with her best friend's husband, and Amber was with Wayne before they was married. Yes, Cynthia White, I addressed that at the beginning of this live. She did not cheat in the marriage. You are absolutely right, Darylyn. She didn't, but she planted this seed. Amber wasn't married to Anthony when she cheated. She hasn't cheated on Anthony once. And you all of y'all are right about that. You all are right. I'm not denying any of that. But again, this seed was planted because of what she did. And we can't say that it is not or wasn't because we didn't get a chance, an opportunity to see that. We only saw what she did and kind of what stemmed from what she's done because both Anthony and Shayla has mentioned it again. because Anthony said, "Do you remember what she did to me?" And then today, Shayla says she tried to act like she a perfect wife when she slept with Wayne before the wedding. So give Michelle her flowers for busting the case. I know that's right, Dora. And it was wrong for Emma to sleep with Wayne throughout their engagement, but it was before they got married. And yeah, I know, Gemini. You're right. You are right. Amber's going to fight to keep her marriage together still. Nicolette Hobson, yes. I missed the super chat. Let me see who this was. Hey, let me see. H Town Philly. Thank you again for the super chat. You're so kind. H Town Philly says, I told you previously Amber will forgive Anthony to keep her family. That's only if baby Kai is not his. Now, H Town Philly is saying only if the baby is not Anthony's. But I still think she's gonna keep I think she's still gonna hold on. Even if that baby is. And she's gonna love that baby. Amber is a gentle soul. It might take time, but I think she'll even still care for that child. She wasn't married. So yeah, you guys keep saying that she wasn't married. Oh, I know that. I know she wasn't married before she did it. I know. That's not Anthony's baby. He was at the Christmas party with Shayla. Well, Gwen, he was only at the Christmas party with Shayla in the damn little room. Whatever the room is. He was only in that with her. Like she was getting the side piece treatment. It ain't like he was there parading her all over the place. Shayla would be left on the sideline. Yeah, that's what happens to the side chick. Okay, Catherine Nelson says, my niece is married to a guy who left her on the day of her miscarriage. He went off and had a baby, left the girlfriend and came back to my niece. She has the baby every other weekend. See, y'all, I'm telling y'all, these are not just skits. These are not just skits. This stuff happens in real life. I've been trying to tell y'all. Catherine, right here, her niece. Her niece is a prime example. Okay, Shiggity, I just Googled adultery is illegal in Georgia. It's a misdemeanor, but rarely prosecuted in the state. Okay. Victoria Braxton, Anthony told her if he didn't meet Amber, he would have never looked her way. Hell yeah. Like, that boy used to be throwing some bars at Shayla, but that wet got him. That wet got him. He didn't know what to do. And that's the thing. Sometimes you just want to smash. You don't want nothing else. You go home to the person that you want to give everything to. You go home to the woman or the person who you want to share that life with. You go home. He tell her, I would have never looked your way. No, he would have never looked her way, but I almost said a bad word. He'll smash. He will smash. Engagement is like marriage. It's a commitment. You are off the market. I know, Hobby CEO. I am not validating any of that. I know. Hobby CEO. I know. But at the end of the day, she didn't procreate, and she had not said I do. Uh, she is broke. But that's the thing, Ira. Y'all can say that she don't bring nothing to the table, but what I said in one of my videos, she knows how to stroke that man's ego. I think that was the live stream. She don't have to bring nothing to the table. She knows how to make him feel like a man. Engagement is marriage. Nowhere isn't marriage. Nowhere in no state. Lorraine Scales says engagement isn't marriage. Nowhere in no state. I know, but like how the CEO says, it is a commitment. It is a commitment. Yolanda, hey friends. Yolanda is here with us, y'all. She is telling everybody hello. Shayla is broke. I beg to differ because, honey, Shayla don't spend no money. Shayla was getting a lot of money from Arby, a lot of money from Anthony, and she don't be spending no money. So I think she probably has money. She don't never spend it though. Uh, Lorraine is continuing to reiterate that Amber was wrong, but engagement isn't marriage. I know, but she's still planted that seed. Shayla fit too. Shayla fit too loose. Everything. I don't know what that is. Amber and Anthony was not married. But okay, yep, John. Again, you guys want to continue to say that. I know that I'm well aware, but what I'm saying is I think we can look at the fact that she did what she did, that planted the seed of everything that has happened. That's what I'm saying. Crystal, thank you so much, Crystal. Y'all are so nice to me. Crystal says, what do you think will happen with Brittany and Dalen? I mean, all these goddamn babies, and she probably gonna end up pregnant too. She probably gonna end up pregnant too. But what did Dalen tell her? Let's just enjoy the moment. I ain't trying to get back with you. That's basically what he said when she was in bed with him. So I don't think they're gonna get back together. And Crystal, once Brittany find out about Dalen knowing and all that, that's gonna be crazy. Crazy. I mean, just think how Coca gonna be when she find out that these are like this. It's so many people that's gonna be affected by this. So many people. Coca gonna find out that Diesel knew. Amber's gonna find out Dalen knew. Brittany's gonna find out Dalen knew. They're gonna, man, this is, whew, we got so much that's gonna be going on next year in 2025. Mm, 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 mm. Um, I know Victoria. Victoria says Amber only knows about the affair. She haven't found out about the baby. Thing is, though, Victoria, it's gonna come out. And Ernestine was kind of like the first one to mention baby. She didn't say that the baby was Anthony, but she was like, "Did she just have a baby?" It's going. Trust me. Give it time. Give it time. It's coming out. Yolanda says, I'm mad. And Yolanda, I don't know if I told you, maybe I did, because I know I found out that you was from North Carolina before now, before today. But that's my name too. But anyway, Yolanda said, I'm mad that Amber went to jail, and I hope Brittany helped her take him to the cleaners. Yeah, that hurt my feelings so bad to see her go to jail. And she said, do you have to put me in cuffs? Do you have to put me in cuffs? He was like, it's procedure, it's protocol. We have to do this. Damn. St. Amber done went to jail. She gonna be in jail tonight, tomorrow. She ain't gonna get out until Monday. Monique Frey Jackson, Anthony's house is through his business. He just said he would financially compensate Amber, but that house falls under his business. Yeah, he has always said that. Do you really think Anthony would stay with Shayla because he said he wanted to be Karen Pete? Now that he's gotten caught, like it kind of changes that the dynamic once you get caught. Y'all, I remember this guy left his woman for me, and we was having such a good time doing our thing. And when that mug came and said I did it, I said, "Did what?" And he told me what he did. That changed the whole dynamic of what we had. So, Karen, I don't think he's gonna stay with Shayla. Mm-mm. They probably will both come up pregnant. Yep, that's what they've been saying, Monique. Why in the world did Anthony ask Dalen? Did he tell Amber? Anthony is only thinking of himself. I mean, because Angela, he was sure that Michelle didn't say anything. And well, in the beginning, he wasn't thinking about Michelle, but at that moment, he knew that Dalen was the only one who knew. So he was like, bruh, bruh, did you tell? So that's what he was thinking about. And again, I got another situation. I to this day, I feel like this guy told where me and a guy was at because his woman came, and it was a big thing. So you always think about that one person who you know knows. So I don't think he was thinking saying that because he was thinking of himself. He was saying that because it was like, look, this about the only mofo that really knew what was going on. I gotta ask. I gotta ask. So I don't think he was just thinking of himself at that moment. Ozzy, I remember Shayla got upset because Anthony kept saying Amber is perfect. Then she told, yep, that's what we was talking about earlier. That's what made her really tell, and the fact that he went to cut it off with her at Arby's house that day. Shiggity, please don't put any more babies. Yes, I saw your comment earlier. Shiggity says, please don't put any more baby in these skits. Don't get in these skit comments. Don't get them any ideas, cause we know Shiggity that they listen to us. They listen to what we say. They read the comments, and that's how they get their storyline. So Shiggity say, strike all that from the record. We don't need them to know about that. By having no more babies. Karen Peak says that's true in Atlanta. I don't know. Monique Frey Jackson, I just learned it today because these crazy people own a country Wayne. Johnny McDonald. You and Joe said you can play outside. I don't know what that means. Let me see. I'm still going. If it's still going to cheat on them, still he's still. I don't know what Johnny is saying. You can make a person love you. You can't make a person love you when they don't want you. I think it's some love between them, Johnny. Mm, Mama Brenda told Amber not to have people in her house, and she also said, "Watch that one." Yeah, Toby, she did, but Saint Amber didn't take heed. She didn't take heed. Why didn't she take heed? Because she didn't think her best friend would betray her like that. That's why she didn't take heed to it. Mm, they don't even know that the baby is. Well, I think the baby is Anthony's, Monique, but again, I will say that Amber is going to demand a DNA test. Deborah Boone, 100. Brittany is telling her right. Brittany spoke a word when she told her to remove she to remove that she was her friend out of her vocabulary. Yeah, she was right about that. H Time Philly, hey, thank you again for the super chat. H Time Philly, I've just been thinking about how we got to this point. Like when Shayla found out about Amber being locked up, I didn't watch that part. I reacted to it, but I had got sidetracked, so I only watched the first part. And then when I went back and I watched the rest of it, I saw where Shayla, had mentioned um what Amber did. And I was like, wow, we have forgotten about all of this. We, are looking at Amber as being betrayed in this whole situation, but it all, in my opinion, stems from what Amber did. And I started thinking about that after I saw what Shayla said. So I don't know how long you've been in here, H Town Philly, but that's kind of like what I was saying in the beginning. And again, thank you for the super chat earlier. Karen says there is a law in North Carolina that states alienation of affection I don't know what that means, what alienation of affection is. Deborah, she's not going to divorce him. Monique, this scene had me in tears. I understand. Brenda, did you see uh, something happened? Wait a minute. Hey, Bolden, I haven't seen you in here in a while. So I had got like a slew of comments, so it just kind of threw me off from where I was at. Angela, Pastor Chris would not see the front. Pastor Chris would not see the front row on Sunday morning. Honey, I got to go to Sunday service tomorrow. I ain't been to Sunday service in about a month, but I got to see what's going to happen. Well, we know who won't be there. Amber won't be there because she locked up. So okay, Monique says the people affected are Coca, Brittany, Dalen, Wayne, Rolanda, Sonny, Mike, Bad Boy, B Boy, Wayne is all going to roll on Amber. I mean, it's yeah. Anthony and Shayla are going down. I heard Amber writes these skits. I don't know. I've been hearing the same thing, Sarah. But I mean, yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna work. Well, in all of the skits, it usually works in the women's favors. So, oh, Cheryl says that Mike asked Sonny about the dad. Who? Shayla's dad? Monique says I cried when Amber went to jail. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, she'll get out Monday. Adrian Miller says everybody thinks they're not going to get a divorce so she can keep her family together. He's not going to stop messing with Shayla. Okay, so do y'all feel like at some point people learn from their mistakes and they don't revert back? I mean, we see that evident in Amber. She learned from her mistake. So do y'all feel this way? That the way that Adrian feels that Anthony will continue to mess around with Shayla? Let me know what y'all think about that. We don't know. The baby is Anthony's Doris. John Williams. Y'all forgot about Rolanda rent the apartment to Anthony and Shayla and Brittany going to find out about that. Yeah, it's a lot that people are going to find out, John. Yeah. And got darn John. Rolanda's gonna have to eat them words that she just told Malachi today. Did y'all see that skit where she told Malachi that Anthony was better than him, respect her, and all this and that? Boy, she gonna have to eat those words. M.W. Norton, they had Amber and Dalen getting close at one time. It may be way down the line, but they would end up crossing the line. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, M.W. Norton, what if Anthony does go off with Shayla? And that does happen. Her and Dalen gets together because remember Dalen was like, "Man, I ain't helping you do this no more." So, it's just so much, y'all. It's just so much, so much. Brenda says Diesel will be all right. Once he tells her that Anthony threatened him to keep his mouth closed. Yeah, you probably right. Cause she's already told Anthony that if she find out anything, that she is gonna be on Amber's side. So you right, Brenda. Stacey Jones, that hurt me so badly to see Amber go to jail because of Shayla. I know it. Anthony's gonna snap. How? Hey, Melanin Star. I was reading your comments the other day. Anthony, Melanin Star says Anthony is going to snap. Well, honey, now he don't even have to worry about it coming out no more. All the shit is out. So, mm, I don't know why he would snap, but I know he don't have to worry about it coming out no more. Remember the other day I think it was last week, he was saying, "I'm just tired of this." So I don't know why he would snap. Bolden is laughing his ass off. Dan says that Shayla is a leash and she ain't no good for nobody. But do y'all understand why Shayla feels the way she feels? Do y'all understand? Because she again was trying to hold Amber accountable in the beginning. She was. So do y'all at least understand where she's coming from what she said today? We're not saying that what she did was right. But I'm just saying, do y'all understand where she was coming from? Don't be, she was basically saying, bitch, don't be trying to be Miss Perfect now. When you were sleeping with Wayne, you thought it was cute and funny. You slept with him the morning of your wedding. Don't be trying to be that perfect wife now. What do y'all think about that? Okay, okay, Yolanda. Ernestine was talking about Amber having a new baby. Michael Brown says that. Hey, Sean Philly, where is Anthony's phone? They didn't show us um show that part where he went back and got it, H Town Philly, but I think it can be understood that he went back and got it because Dalen said, I ain't going back to the crime scene or something like that. And he was like, I'll drop you off a few blocks away and you can go get it. So I'm sure he went back and got it. Just like H-Town Philly, we didn't see Anthony like celebrating Christmas with Shayla, but according to the situation, he was with Shayla for Christmas. So sometimes some things are just not seen, but kind of understood is there. So I'm sure he went back and got his phone. Bobby says, "I got you, Amber, Saint Amber." You got to add that Saint in there, Billy. Sarah says she was right for laying hands on her, and Shayla was dead wrong for sending her to jail. Shayla don't bring anything to the table. Again, she knows how to uh stroke Anthony's ego. She knows how to make him feel like somebody. So she doesn't have to necessarily bring, and that's what she brings to the table, basically. FBI, Kevin Samuels, feminine, beautiful, inspirational. That's what the FBI is. So she inspires, she's feminine and beautiful. Mm, she's getting out tomorrow. Amber be home Sunday. Really, Swanee, you act like you writing these damn skits. In the real world, okay, you don't get out on Sunday, all right? You don't get out on Sunday. So I think St. Amber gonna be in jail till Monday. I don't know. We gonna see. Now, I don't like when y'all say these are just skits, but at the end of the day, they do kind of go in line with the way things actually work. A lot of times, if you hear them say something on a specific date, is that date. This situation, everybody knows don't nobody get out of jail on the weekend. Okay. I don't think she's gonna be out on Sunday, Swanee. And Swanee was specific. Swanee said she getting out tomorrow around lunch. Okay, Swanee. I'm gonna have to check that out. The review hour podcast says Shayla doesn't have anything to offer Anthony. He won't stay with her. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stay with her. Michelle was gonna get him for how he spoke to her and what he did, Sarah. Sarah, yeah, she did that. She got him too. Anthony is selfish, melanin star. I mean, melanin, melanin. I think we're all selfish. Okay? Women are selfish, men are selfish. We're all selfish. Anthony's gonna be mad that Shayla put Amber in jail. Designs by Lene. Thank you for joining again. Designs by Lene. I remember you being in the chat before. But yeah, he's gonna be livid when he finds out that Amber is in jail. Bolden, you still laughing. Amber will hate Dalen. This will crush Dalen's heart. She's gonna be upset with a lot. All of them that knows, she's gonna be upset. Deezer told them that Anthony and Shay were messing around. Also, Deezer saw them. Yeah, but Karen, remember how they put it out there? When they put it out there, or allowed Diesel to tell he was having an episode, so no one would believe him. You know, yeah. Isaiah, Mr. Brody has already found out, and that masculine ass mama, she put him in his place. Please hit the like button. Thank you, Gemini. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anthony could care less about Amber. All right, Cindy. Johnny came back and followed them in their marriage. That's why they're not together now. I don't know. Dora, front row at church will be totally empty. Hey, Dora, the only people that's gonna be on the front row is pastor wife and daughter. Ain't nobody gonna be on that front row. Pastor Chris gonna be like, where everybody at? I think Kay went to church too. So Dora says that the front row at church will be totally empty. Pastor Chris is going to wonder what's going on. He might go to the house and Kay may mention what happened. Or she may be at church, because I do believe she went to church once. I think I did see her at church. But he didn't really mean it because his heart is he still loves her. Yeah, I mean he does. He does love Amber. I think so. Regardless of what people feel, I think he does love her. Regardless of what he said about Shayla. What about Aunt kept saying to Amber, it's not what you think. Sharon, in my other live, I said that I think that's just like a default thing that people say, because when they get caught and they don't have shit else to say, because at the end of the day, I'm like, Ninja, how you gonna say it ain't what you think? I think it's just a default thing that people say when they get caught. Each time feeling Amber's gonna crash out once them yeah, I mean them flashbacks when they start kicking in, shoot, Amber might be wherever Diesel was at. Ooh! Yolanda says that's why I do my dirt alone. I don't never tell names. Oh. Brenda Jackson, the big mouth lady at the lake. The big mouth lady was wrong. Amber could have come to the lake house with a gun. Yep, but that wasn't in the cards. But yeah, y'all. Mm. So I know this guy that work on computers, and he knows how to do like everything. And this guy wanted to know, if his woman was cheating or whatever. And the guy, he put together some type of device where he could hear her conversations. And Hunte, he went to that job and shot the crap out of her and killed her. So you're right, Brenda. Doing some shit like this could have made that go totally left. It could have been more than just a black eye that Shayla got. So yeah, you are right. Amber had a trusting spirit to her detriment, unfortunately. Yeah, she trusts too much. And it's like, how could she kind of like have all this trust in Shayla when she is Amber from Detroit? Earlier I was saying, when you from the streets and you've been in that life, you thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit just said Amber from Detroit, but she from the suburbs. So I was just about to say that, being from Detroit in the streets, she should have known better, but she from the suburbs. So that's why she was trusting. But yeah, she does have a trusting spirit. OG Knowledge said Tamara gonna be on that front row. Yep, she been up there, so she'll be at church. She got her own place. Mm. Ozzy says, I think Anthony won't give a damn about Amber being in jail. He protected Shayla at the lake, not Amber. He's trifling. I mean, he knew that it wouldn't be good if Shayla stayed there. And that's why and then he kept trying to tell Amber, hold on, listen. So, yeah, that happened. I mean, I've been in that situation where the guy protected me over his wife. So it happens. Hopefully Jay will tell Pastor Chris. Oh yeah, Jay does know, Cheryl. You're right. Pastor is going to be looking. He might be able to help. It's going to be the new pastor's girl. I don't know. Pastor Chris definitely gonna find out. He's definitely gonna find out. I think either Understand or Jay will tell Pastor Chris. And we know two people will be at church, Tamara and Dalen. Sarah, stop. Hey, Sour Patch Kid. Sour Patch Kid says Anthony had 2 times to claim Shayla and that baby, and he didn't date any of them. Oh. Mm. The review hour and e-podcast says Anthony and Amber may be the big tithers at church. Pastor Chris is gonna fix that marriage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said, I gotta fix this. Oh Lord. Gwen says, Anthony threatened Diesel's life. But hey, Diesel out now, so he threatened to, I think, keep Diesel locked up, but he's out now. Yeah, yeah, Mabe. Yeah, because that's exposing his business. But at the end of the day, what I was telling y'all in the last live, and I've said it 100 times before, he should not be out there doing things that exposes his business, because as a high value man, you don't do that. You don't bring shame and embarrassment to your family like that, and he did that. If Jay comes in church tipsy, he's gonna tell the church about Anthony. Yep. Yolanda, I was so mad at Amber for telling Shayla everything in her marriage. My grandma always told me the same thing Mama Brenda told Amber. Yeah, it's like it's some stuff that's just like known. Like nobody should have to tell you. But hey, I don't know, Angela. I think Johnny might be like text speaking, and sometimes it don't catch the words completely. So don't worry about that, Angela. It's too late. She told her everything, roadmap to her life. Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier too, Monica. We can say, I don't know if it was in a reaction or if it was in this live. I was saying we can say shoulda, coulda, woulda. She didn't. At the end of the day, she didn't. So yep, like you said, it's too late. Shiggity, the visual of Anthony running down the driveway like a little kid will forever live in my mind, went rent free. Man, have y'all ever made somebody run? I have. Girl, phew, I had that pow with that ass, and I bet he was getting out the way. It might be the one. Uh, who I ain't gonna read that one. Wayne or Rolanda will stop doing business with Anthony. Angela, I said that a little while ago, but we have to remember that Anthony is really the one who brought the business, a lot more business to Anthony and Wayne. So will he lose anything? Because he is like the larger contributor. Wayne and Ro were having doing like real estate and stuff. They're on their own, but Anthony brought a little bit more to what they got going on. So hell yeah, bold in that pow on that ass. He was running like Mike. I mean like Anthony was. Oh. Hey, Jarena. Jarena says, hello, everyone. Jarena, girl, we just been talking about, the highlight of this weekend. So, Jarena, we've been just talking about how all of this where it all generated from. Amber basically cheating with Wayne, and how this was really like a boomerang effect because she was doing what she was doing and Wayne was in Anthony's face, and then vice versa. Shayla was doing what she was doing and still in Amber's face. So I don't know how long you've been in the chat, Jorena, but that's kind of like, what we've been talking about. And whether or not Amber will leave, just so much stuff we just been talking about, uh, uh, Jorena. Dora says, does Kai still have Arby's last name? That would have changed. All this will come out in court. Yeah. I mean, they haven't like really said it right now. So I don't know if the baby still has Arby's last name, but we all know that Wayne is not gonna allow that baby to be a Coley. Shiggity, they quit to forgive on these skits, so they will be mad for a little while, but get back together. Same thing with Amber. She'll be mad, but quickly forgive everybody. And again, Shiggity, as a believer, Amber has to forgive. Biblically it says you have to forgive others so that God will forgive you. So they have to forgive. So, um, but I don't think Amber and Shayla will ever be the same. Mm-mm. Jimmy I Love says that was so funny the way Anthony was running around the car when Amber got out. No, what was all of it was funny, Gemini, especially when that fool was peeping around them damn woods like that. That fool would peep around the woods and then start hitchhiking. He saw Amber and took off again. Hey, AS. AS said, hello, everyone just joining in. Hmm. But Ozzy, again, even if they do stop doing business with Anthony, they don't determine um they don't determine the success of Anthony's business. Remember, he brought a lot of it to them. Melanin Star says, I don't know. I feel they may cut him out. Yeah, and I just answered that. Melanin Star. They can do all they want, but them doing business with Anthony doesn't make or break him. Oh, I saw somebody say, oh, Marcella. Marcella says Amber may end up with the baby. Now, do you mean Kai? Because that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Monique, let's talk about Anthony's business reputation. Wayne is about to drop him. I don't think about Rolanda, but I know that business people like me, we don't like negative publicity. We like people who, yeah, who are in positive business. And Monique, I said that a few skits back or something back. I don't know if it was a live or a reaction, but that's the thing that I was saying, that Anthony won't lose a lot, but people will look differently at him with that negative stigma on him like that. So it's definitely going to hurt his reputation because he is Mr. Dalton right now, but it's definitely going to hurt his reputation. Once Wayne say Anthony not bringing in the business, he just collect. Remember when? Yeah, they're collecting that money off the theater. It's funny. Shayla was supposed to be Anthony's peace, but she's actually his worst nightmare. Yeah, yeah. I mean, after the baby, like you start out supposed to be somebody's peace, but real life sets in. Sour Patch Kid. Honey, it ain't that easy. And that's why really, and that's what the side, I know y'all don't like to hear this, but that's what the side piece job is. Side piece job is just to be that piece. You ain't supposed to go get pregnant. You ain't supposed to do all of that. You supposed to be that piece. And Shayla messed all that up, bringing that baby in there. And then once the real life started setting in, it was hard to be that peace. Once that jealousy started setting in, it was hard to be that peace. Mm-hmm. Unique Forever said he was looking like he was old cheaters. Brenda, was that Brenda? Brenda Renee says she don't have to forgive Anthony. He didn't forgive her, obviously. Remember the saying, you might forgive, but you don't forget. Okay? And again, as believers of Christ, you have to forgive if you want God to forgive you. So she will forgive. They just will not forget. Monique, you have some question marks. I'm not really sure what that means. Shiggity, hopefully Amber will not try to stay friends with Shayla. You can forgive, but be cordial from a distance. I agree. That's 100. Stacey Jones, Amber can forgive them, but she definitely won't forget. She won't want anything else to do with Shayla or Anthony ever again. But definitely not Shayla. Pastor Chris is going to beat up Ant for what he's done because he is going to remember when he was giving counsel, when which he wanted to put hands on him, but he had to go pray. Yeah, Edmund, I remember that. I remember that. Pastor Chris also, Edmund gave Anthony ample time to come clean. He gave Amber and Anthony ample time or opportunities to come clean. Hey, Rhonda. Did you think Anthony is going to leave town? Jarena, I don't know. I thought Shayla would have left town. I don't know if Anthony is going to leave town. Chad, Jarena wants to know, do you think Anthony is going to leave town? Um, Anthony is in the woods running like Jack. Yolanda, he's come out of the woods now. He's at Dayla's house. He was running like a little girl. Hell yeah, I would have too. Shayla don't need to be friends anymore. Amber should be mad at them both. Oh, okay. Crystal says they don't need to be friends anymore. Anthony should be mad at them both, but more so Anthony. I mean, Amber should be mad at them both, but more so Anthony. Crystal, you guys, what do y'all think about what Amber Shayla's mom said? She said, and I agree that Amber should have been on Anthony instead of Shayla. What do y'all think about that? Crystal, you made me remember that when you said that Amber should be mad at them both. But what do you think about what Shayla's mom said? She said that Amber should have been on Anthony, not fighting Shayla. Hey, Sexy Fire. Philip. Hey. Philip says you're right, and I'm sure Anthony forgave Amber for cheating on him all the way up to the wedding day and woke up. Oh, it message went away and woke up in another man's bed on her wedding day, but he definitely has not forgotten about it. Yeah, that's why I say you can forgive. You can forgive, but you won't forget. Edmund says Anthony is gonna get beat up by Wayne, Jay, Pastor Chris, Wayne's brother, Arby. Everybody want a piece of Anthony right now. Okay, Krista says she does agree with what she said, what Shayla's mom said. They already what does she mean? Ah, that's what she meant, Edward. Hell, she already hit me and I let my hair go. Let me go. That's what she meant. I don't know, Monique. I've been checking. Let me see. Monique said, "Oh, there's some new skits." All right, so 44 minutes ago, Melissa checks James for going to see Ernestine. So far, that's what's been uploaded. Mike has revealed to Sonny about him taking his cousin's girl to Pound Town, and Hulk has found Mike's number in his girl's phone. Crystal, oh, Melanin Star, know them both. Shayla was not a stranger. Sorry, I don't agree. Yeah, and that's why I said earlier, Melanin, what differentiates the two between what happened with Anthony and Wayne is the fact that Wayne and Anthony was just business partners. Shayla was best friends with Anthony. I said that earlier. Crystal, despite all, Amber is married to Anthony. Anthony is married to Amber. Nobody's married to Shayla. Shayla was wrong for what she did, but Anthony made a vow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll be mad at both. Shayla plotted to disrupt the marriage. But the review, listen, most of the time, just like in this instance, you go after the woman. Amber went straight after Shayla. So yeah, they can be mad at both, or she can be mad at both. But who did she charge at? She charged at Shayla. Definitely need to whoop Anthony. Yeah, Amber should have definitely been on. Yeah, Jarena. Mm-hmm. William Anthony ain't going nowhere. He stayed in hiding until he hears of Amber in jail and has to bail her out. Meanwhile, Pastor Chris and Anthony to stand before the church as an example of a good man. I know he's going to be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. John, ain't no way in the world a woman would sit there and go back to a man, especially he's got John, you must not have been in the chat long because I've been giving scenarios on when this happened, and it was a few people in the chat talking about people that they know that this has happened to. Now, John Williams says, "Ain't no way in the world a woman would sit there and go back to a man, especially when he's got another woman pregnant. Ain't no way." Oh, listen, it happens. I mean, DL Hughley's wife took him back after he got somebody else pregnant. I mean, if you want to talk about celebrities, but because I'm telling y'all about, um, just regular Joes that this happened to. But when you think about celebrities, it happens. Let me see what my man H Town Philly is talking about. H Town Philly says, on principle alone, Arby and Mike will be catching a fade with Anthony. The visual Amber scene with Shayla in bed with Anthony was just hurtful. H Town Philly, you just made me think about something. So I was talking to my friend about this whole situation when she caught Anthony in bed. And do you know what his question was to me? How did she catch them? And I said, what does that matter? How, I don't, what does that mean? He said, if she caught them in the act, that's the whole different feeling than just catching them asleep. So, what you saying about the visual of Amber seeing Shayla in bed was hurtful? Imagine if he would have been taking her to Pound Town. Ooh, woo. And I didn't think about that, but that was the first question that the guy that he asked me. He was like, "How? How did he find them, or did she catch them in bed?" So it's gonna be painful, but it would have been 200 times worse if he would have been taking Shayla to Pound Town. Let's see. Hey, John. John said, "Swag, my wife and I was looking at the skits together, and my wife kept saying, 'Don't beat Shayla, get Anthony.' Hell yeah!" That's why I was like, although I'm mad at Shayla's mom, she was right. She should have been on Anthony's ass. Yeah, I mean, everybody did something, Melanin Star. Everybody did something. Melanin says Anthony played in people's faces as well. Yeah, but I mean, everybody did something in this. Everybody. Nobody can come out innocently in all of this. Well, maybe Brittany, but yeah. Kenyatta, many women stay with their husbands to have children on them. However, the betrayal by Anthony and her best friend is something extra to deal with. They played in Amber's face for a year. And again, Kenyatta, you're right. And like I said, when it was the other way around, Wayne was playing in Anthony's face. I knew someone, Shiggity says, I knew someone who caught their husband in the act and stayed, but eventually they did divorce. So people leave when they get ready. Come on now. Them being asleep is clear. They slept. It don't matter. It don't matter, Crystal. He wasn't taking her to Pound Town when Amber walked in. Can you imagine walking in and they, I mean, now, come on. It was a whole lot better seeing them sleeping in the bed than actually being in action. Shayla's Jarena said Shayla lucky she only got a black eye. Sexy Fire front row is gonna be empty tomorrow. Yes, Sexy Fire. The only people gonna be up there is Tamara, Bishop Chris' wife and daughter. Maybe they could have just finished, but they were not in the act, Sarah. Sarah says they could have just finished based on how they were dressed. So shoulda, coulda, woulda. They were not. They were sleeping. They were not in the act. So Amber doesn't have that visual to see. I want Amber to take Anthony to the poorhouse, so that he don't have enough to give Shayla. Cheryl, I think everybody wants that. Yeah. Angela, Shayla better be glad Amber is not friends with J Diva. Ooh, girl. Girl. Girl, we wouldn't be seeing Shayla no more. At one point, y'all, I thought we weren't gonna be seeing Shayla because she kind of started talking about ending herself, her life. She was like, so much is going on. So at one point, I kind of thought Shayla might have, committed, thought about deleting herself. But yeah, if she was friends with J Diva, because J Diva has already told Dominita she don't like her friend. So yeah, she give birthday parties. Yeah, Gwen, Coca tried to tell him to come clean. That's why she told him that last conversation. If I find out you got some stuff going on, I'm gonna be on Amber's side. You are not gonna have me on your side. John Williams, I am talking about a real woman who doesn't play that ish. And maybe some women will do that, but a real good woman would not take that man back, especially for getting another woman pregnant. I mean, everybody have their way of defining what a real woman is, but honey, John, all of these long marriages, these marriages that's 30, 40, 50 years old, they got all them anniversaries under their belt. And when the man died, that woman started telling everything. So we define those women as real women who stay in their marriages long. What is a real woman? What is a real woman? At the end of the day, because them women that's been in them marriages like that for a long time, they have been through a lot with those men. No woman can beat no man. I know that, Rasheen. I'm not saying that a woman can. What I'm saying is, instead of her attacking Shayla, she should at least been trying to punch or slap the hell out of Anthony. She should have been arguing at Anthony or something instead of attacking Shayla. Sarah says Amber and Anthony took vows. They both said for better or for worse. It's worse. Let's see if it gets better. I mean, it's a lot that has happened in their marriage, and I would dare to say it can only get better from this. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. Uh, and the reason I say that is because I was just talking about this particular couple who's been married about 40 years now, and their marriage was, whew, oh man, it was crazy. But they endured. She endured because she stayed, and they have a really good marriage now. So, you never know. Stacey Jones says, "Where is Crazy Sophia when you need her? She can feed Anthony to that alligator." Oh, exactly. She just said you gotta side eye them long marriages because what you did have to go through. Wait, because what did you have to go through to say you was married 30, 40, 50 years? That's what I just said, Shiggity. Like they go through a lot. And that's why when people be uplifting those marriages like that, I be like, shit, you don't know what they had to go through. Johnny says, me and Vivian been married 41 years. Um, I don't know what the last part's supposed to mean, but Johnny said him and his wife been married 41 years. When you stay in a situation like that, you either, stay Michelle says when you stay in a situation like that, you either stay or reject it. If you're not willing to trust, you need to kick rocks and move on. Miss Brody crossed the line calling the police. I think so too. But she said ain't nobody finna be putting no hands on her daughter. You're right, because nobody knows what's going on behind closed doors, and I know married people who stay together no matter what. Michelle, when you stay in a situation like that, you either stay or we already read that. Ozzy, in the end, Sonny might be the only friend Shayla had. Ozzy. Let me finish reading what you got to say. But if I was Sonny, I would stay away from Shayla because she'll go after your man. And exactly. So, Ozzy, I don't think Shayla, Sonny is the only friend. No. Would you say it? Michelle says, oh, okay, we already read that one. Shiggity, Sunday is not Shayla's friend. Yeah, exactly. Shiggity, yes. He done took her to Pearl Town. Crystal, they ain't even been married 2 years. Yeah, less than 2 years. Mm-hmm. The alligator. Jarena thinks that Shayla intentionally hurt Amber. You know, I mean, yeah, I guess you can say intentional because she she did what she did because of what Amber was doing. Yeah. In the end, is Amber's decision. Yeah, yeah. That's if Anthony wants to stay there, which I think he will because he knows what he's done. Shayla told Sonny about the snake walk and how Mike treat her so nice. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, one of the reactions that I did, Hobby CEO, you reminded me. One of the reactions that I did, I I think I titled it Shayla and Mike's relationship is more the most genuine of these two. It was Sonny and Jean, Shayla and Mike, and all of y'all were like, "It ain't genuine, genuine." And at the end of the day, it was the most genuine relationship. It was, regardless of what Shayla has going on with Anthony, that was the most genuine relationship because we saw what happened with Jean and Sonny, and now Jean has put Sonny out because she wouldn't, you know, abide by what take him in on his offer about staying with him or not divorcing him. So but yeah, I remember when I said that, but Hobby CEO was saying that Shayla told Sonny about the snake walk and about how Mike treats her so nice. Y'all better stop telling what y'all men do. I think Shayla thought she deserved Anthony to do. Yeah, you're right. That's what I said earlier. She can just say, "God damn, you can feel it, but you ain't gotta act on it." Oh, Keisha Johnson, but I hope she listened to God. I mean, Keisha, we can bring God in this, but and let's not bring in um what the Bible itself say, but if you want to say, Keisha, that we can bring God or listen to God, sometimes God will tell you to do some stuff, okay, that you don't think is normal, natural, or anything else. So you got don't be quick to say, hold on. Don't be quick to say, listen to God. Cause hunty, God could say stay. Amber talks too much, very immature of her. She had a good man, wealth, nice home. Why are you telling her? Because she was happy. She wanted to tell. She wanted to tell. Women be jealous of their girlfriend's husband lifestyle. All the grown, yep, black gold. That's why you don't tell everything. Exactly. Amber, stay away from Shayla. She can be a friend to you. It can only get worse. I'm 42 years old. I mean, 43. Okay. Shalada says, I'm 43 years in on my marriage, and let me tell you, I went after him, almost deleted him. Ooh. Shaletta say, honey, it get real over here, these 40-year-old marriages. Oh boy. Well, at least you almost deleted him. He didn't get deleted, Shalala, sorry. Well, congratulations on that 40-year marriage, girl. In my opinion, Anthony and Shayla was responsible for Amber losing that baby, Shayla, because she wanted her son to be Anthony's only child. For this reason, Anthony, for this reason, because he allowed Shayla to stress her. I don't know. We can't. I don't think we can blame. I mean, I don't think Amber was like diagnosed with like, stay away from stress, stay in the bed. I think it just happened. And you never know what God's plan is, Maybe now we'll go back to what Keisha said. Should she listen? She need to listen to God. Now could be that time God feel like a baby should be there. God do some strange things, very strange things. John says, my uncle has been married 50 years to my aunt and he never cheated on his wife. And my aunt says she never could find nothing or anything on him cheating. He doesn't have any outside kids. That's cool, John. That's cool. Awesome. But I'm sure, things have, transpired in their it hasn't been perfect. You know, um, Cheating ain't the only thing that can happen in a marriage that make people break up. You know what I'm saying? That's not. I know that's the situation now. That's not the only thing that can happen in a marriage. So, but that's good that she hasn't had to like deal with cheating and stuff. I told you guys earlier that a friend of mine grew up thinking that his cousins were his cousins and they were his brothers or siblings. The dad had those kids while he was with the guy's mother. So yeah, they have talked. She did tell her about her. Shayla's mother condoning her daughter's bad behavior. Honey, that woman don't play, Jarena. She don't play. That's why I can't wait to see what's going on with her. For her to condone that type of behavior, it's got to be something. There's a new okay. Unique for Forever says there's a new episode on right now, y'all. Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, okay. I was thinking that was a new episode for Anthony or somebody. That's Mike and Sonny try to save somebody from Hulk. Okay, I thought that was Anthony. Okay, yeah, okay. I didn't read the rest of it. Uh, Brenda says Anthony has put Amber through so much drama. Her father told her that when a man started doing things like what she was telling him, that he's doing extracurricular activities. Yeah, I mean, when you start seeing changes in a person, that's usually a telltale sign. Sour Patch Kids seems to think that Shayla's mom is living vicariously through Shayla. Her mom is obsessed with her. mm I think I think she has some type of secrets. People do that, parents do that, but I think she has some type of secret. hmm And for one, we know them two babies ain't ain't Brody's. Gwen, when you want what you want, you don't want to listen to nobody. That's just like when Amber wanted what she wanted, she didn't want to listen to Shayla. So Gwen says Shayla should have listened to her sister. Her sister was trying to tell her something right. You don't want to hear it. Just like Amber didn't want to hear from Shayla when she was trying to tell her, you know, what you doing ain't right. Stop. Stop doing this. So I was hoping something would have came out about Amber being in jail. I've been on here 2.5 hours. Nothing has come up. So I'm going to head out and go and cook something, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I saw a lot of names I haven't seen before. So I hope you guys like, share, um, comment on my commentary, and that you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Um, H Town Philly. I remember H Town Philly gave me a super chat, and I can't find my other super chat. Hold on. I don't see my other super chat. Oh, right here. Yeah, H Town Philly. Thank you so much. Um, oh, Bolden, I didn't see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bolden, thank you so much. Bolden, I am so sorry. I did not see. Bolden says, Amber did cause this mess. Love your testimonies. Bolden also says Rolanda is a 304 too. Oh, so thank you so much, Bolden. I'm so sorry I didn't see your super chat. H-Town Philly, again, thank you so much. Crystal, thank you so much for the super chats. You guys are totally awesome. Thank y'all so much. Um, Let's see. All right. So, yep. Thank you guys. I am out of here. I'm about to go and cook me something to eat. Y'all have a good evening or whatever time it is. Oh, shit. I didn't know it was that late. Bye, y'all.